Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Every month you have some money left to save or invest, and every month you face the same quiet question, where should it actually go? Your 401k, a Roth IRA, pay down debt, an HSA, a regular brokerage account. There are so many options that a lot of people freeze, do nothing, or just dump everything into the one account their employer set up, and unknowingly leave tens of thousands of dollars on the table over their lifetime. Here's the good news. There's a correct order. Financial experts have basically agreed on a step-by-step sequence for where your next dollar should go to build wealth as efficiently as possible. It's sometimes called the financial order of operations, and once you know it, that monthly question disappears forever. You just follow the flow chart. By the end of this video, you'll have the exact order, top to bottom, which account to fund first, second, third, and why each one comes where it does. This is the master roadmap that ties together every money decision, and it works whether you have $50 a month or $5,000. Let's build it step by step. The principle behind the order: before the steps, understand the one idea that drives the whole sequence, because then the order makes sense instead of being something you memorize. Every dollar you save has a return on investment. The whole game is simple. Send each dollar to wherever it earns the highest guaranteed return first, then work your way down to lower return options. A dollar that captures a 401k match earns an instant 50 or 100% return. A dollar that pays off a credit card charging 24% earns a guaranteed 24% return. A dollar in a tax-advantaged account earns a tax benefit on top of market growth, and a dollar in a regular brokerage account earns market growth alone. So the order isn't arbitrary. It's just ranking your options by return, highest to lowest, and filling them in that sequence. Once you see it that way, the whole roadmap is obvious. Let's walk down it. Step 1, the emergency starter fund. Before you invest a single dollar, put a small cushion in place. A starter emergency fund of $1,000 or 1 month of expenses if you can manage it. Why first? Because without it, the very first unexpected expense, a car repair, a medical bill, goes straight onto a credit card at punishing interest, and you undo all your progress. This starter fund is what keeps one bad week from knocking you off the entire plan. This isn't your full emergency fund yet. That comes later. It's just a buffer so you can start the rest of the plan without immediately falling backward. Park it in a high-yield savings account and move on. This step is quick, and it's the foundation everything else stands on. Step 2, the 401k match, the highest return that exists. Step 2 is the single most important investing move you will ever make. Contribute to your workplace 401k up to the full employer match. If your employer matches, say, 100% of your contributions up to 4% of your salary, that is an immediate guaranteed 100% return on your money. You put in a dollar, they add a dollar. Nothing else in the entire world of investing comes close to that. Not the stock market, not real estate, nothing. This is why the match comes before almost everything, even before paying off some debt. A guaranteed 100% return beats paying off virtually any interest rate. If you do nothing else on this list, do this. Contribute enough to capture every cent of the match. And here's the tragedy. A huge number of people leave this money on the table every year simply because they didn't set it up. If you're not sure whether you're getting your full match, that's your action item the moment this video ends. It's free money, and it's step 2 for a reason. Step 3, pay off high interest debt. Once you've captured the match, stop and attack any high interest debt. Think credit cards and anything above roughly 7 or 8% interest. Here's why this jumps ahead of more investing. If you're carrying a credit card at 24% interest, paying it off is a guaranteed 24% return. There's no investment on earth that reliably pays you 24% risk-free. So mathematically, wiping out that debt beats almost any other use of your money. Think of high interest debt as a negative investment. It's compounding against you every single day. Clearing it is one of the highest return moves available, which is exactly why it sits right here near the top above the tax-advantaged accounts. The line is roughly 7 to 8%. Above that, kill the debt before investing more. Below that, like a low-rate mortgage or subsidized student loan, you can carry it and invest instead, because your investments are likely to out-earn that low interest rate over time. We have a whole video on how to attack debt efficiently if you want the tactics. Step 4, max your HSA if you qualify. If you have a high deductible health plan and access to a health savings account, this is your next stop. And it might surprise you that it ranks this high. The HSA is the only triple tax advantaged account in existence The money goes in tax-free, grows tax-free, and comes out tax-free for medical expenses. No other account does all three, and after age 65, you can pull it out for anything, taxed like a regular retirement account, so it has no downside. For 2026, you can contribute up to $4,400 for individual coverage, or $8,750 for a family. Invest it. Don't let it sit as cash. Pay your current medical bills out of pocket, save the receipts, and let it grow for decades as a stealth retirement account. Not everyone qualifies because you need that high deductible health plan. If that's not you, no problem. Skip this step and move to the next one. But if you do qualify, its triple tax advantage makes it one of the best homes for your money on this entire list. We have a full video on the HSA if you want the deep dive. Step 5, fund a Roth IRA. Next, fund a Roth IRA. For 2026, you can contribute up to $7,500 or $8,600 if you're 50 or older. The Roth IRA is a favorite for good reason. You contribute money you've already paid tax on, and then it grows completely tax-free and comes out tax-free in retirement. On decades of growth, that tax-free withdrawal is enormously valuable. It also gives you something the order is quietly building toward. Tax diversification. Your 401k match from step 2 is pre-tax money that'll be taxed later. Your Roth is tax-free money for later. Having both means future, you get to control your tax bill in retirement, which, as we've covered, is one of the most powerful things you can set up. One catch. The Roth IRA has income limits. For 2026, the ability to contribute directly starts phasing out above $153,000 for single filers and $242,000 for married couples filing jointly. If you earn above those, look up the backdoor Roth IRA, a legal workaround, or simply move to the next step. Step 6, go back and max your 401k. Now go back to your 401k and contribute beyond the match toward the annual maximum. For 2026, you can contribute up to $24,500 of your own money to a 401k, not counting the employer match. Most people never get close to that. But if you funded your HSA and Roth and still have money to invest, filling up your 401k is the next big tax advantage bucket. Why does the full 401k come after the Roth IRA and HSA, even though it's a great account? 2 reasons. Your 401k options are limited to whatever funds your plan offers, sometimes with higher fees, while a Roth IRA lets you invest in almost anything. And you already grabbed the highest value part of the 401k, the match, back in step 2. So this step is about using the remaining tax advantage space once the more flexible accounts are full. If your plan offers a Roth 401k option, consider splitting between traditional and Roth here to keep building those tax buckets, especially if you expect to be in a higher bracket later. Step 7, finish your full emergency fund. Somewhere in here, and honestly this can run in parallel with the investing steps, build your starter fund up to a full emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses kept in a high yield savings account. This is the thing that protects everything you've built. With 3 to 6 months of expenses in cash, a job loss, or a big surprise doesn't force you to sell investments at a bad time or go back into debt. It's the shock absorber for your whole financial life. Why isn't it higher on the list? Because a giant pile of cash earns very little, so you don't want to overfund it before capturing the match, killing high interest debt, and grabbing those tax advantages. But you also shouldn't skip it. It's what makes the whole plan durable through real life. 3 to 6 months is the sweet spot, enough to be safe, not so much that you're leaving growth on the table. Step 8, the taxable brokerage account. If you've done all of the above, match captured, high interest debt gone, HSA and Roth maxed, 401k maxed, emergency fund full, congratulations, you're genuinely ahead of the vast majority of people. The next stop for additional money is a regular taxable brokerage account. This account has no special tax perks, but it also has no limits and no restrictions. You can invest as much as you want, and you can access the money anytime. No waiting until 59 and a half. That flexibility makes it the perfect home for goals between now and traditional retirement age, financial independence, a future home, or just building wealth with no strings attached. Inside it, keep doing what works. Low-cost, broad market index funds, same strategy, different bucket. This is also the account that makes early retirement possible because it's the money you can actually touch before retirement age without penalty. Step 9, everything else. Beyond that, you're into optional territory. Extra mortgage payments to be debt-free sooner, real estate, or more advanced moves like a mega backdoor Roth if your plan allows it. These are great, but they're refinements. The heavy lifting of building wealth is already done by steps 1 through 8. If you simply follow the first 8 steps in order, you will outinvest almost everyone around you, and you'll do it efficiently, capturing every match, every tax advantage, and every guaranteed return along the way in the right sequence. A few honest caveats, because your life isn't a perfectly clean flowchart. First, this is a general framework, not a personalized plan. The order is right for most people most of the time, but your situation might justify tweaks. Someone with unstable income might want a bigger emergency fund earlier. Someone with a pension might weight things differently. Second, the debt line is a judgment call. High interest debt clearly comes before investing beyond the match, but very low interest debt is fine to carry while you invest. The exact cutoff depends a bit on you and how you feel about debt. Some people sleep better being completely debt-free, and there's real value in that peace of mind, even if the math is close. Third, don't let the perfect order paralyze you. The single biggest mistake isn't getting the sequence slightly wrong. It's doing nothing while you wait to understand it all. If all you do is capture your match and open a Roth, you're already winning. Start moving and refine as you go. And finally, this is educational content, not personalized financial advice. For your specific situation, especially the tax pieces, a qualified professional can be genuinely worth it. Here's the whole roadmap in one breath. Start with a small emergency cushion, capture your full 401k match, the highest return that exists, wipe out high interest debt, max your HSA if you qualify, fund your Roth IRA, go back and max your 401k, build your full emergency fund, then invest the rest in a taxable brokerage account. Everything after that is a bonus. Every step is just sending your next dollar to wherever it earns the most, from the guaranteed 100% of a match, down through guaranteed debt payoff, through triple and tax-free advantages, to plain market growth. Follow that order, and you're not guessing anymore. You're running the same playbook the most financially efficient people use. The reason most people never build real wealth isn't that they can't afford to, it's that they never had the map. So their money went wherever was easiest instead of wherever was smartest. Now you have the map, right? Where does your next dollar go? You already know. If this finally made the whole picture click, do me a favor and subscribe. Net Worth Nation exists to turn confusing money decisions into clear, simple steps you can actually follow, starting from wherever you are. Drop a comment below. What step are you on right now? Be honest. Are you still capturing your match, working through debt, or already down to the brokerage account? And if you know someone who's overwhelmed about where to put their money, share this video with them. This one roadmap might be the thing that finally gets them started. I'll see you in the next one. Let's build.